We start off a bit strong. Incident in Vancouver, May 21, 2023. In this first episode, Vancouver police officers Gabriel Patterson and Andrea Mendoza respond to a robbery without prior investigation. Their undue aggression towards a 19-year-old who claims not to be the perpetrator triggers an escalation of violence. The dialogues are heart-wrenching. The young man pleads for his difficulty breathing while the officers ignore his suffering.
This is for a stupid theft.
Theft of what?
Well, we're gonna figure it out.
You try. Hey, ready? He's gonna roll to me.
To you?
Yep.
Yeah.
I got you. I can do it myself.
Nope. Thank you.
I'm doing it. Okay.
Knock it up or I'll do it in your...
I'm done.
I'm done.
I'm done. I promise, I'm done.
Yeah, I will tase you with the
I
ducks.
promise I'm done.
Knock it off.
I will. I promise I'm done.
So when I say you roll over, roll the over.
I will.
Now.
Okay.
Hands on him.
I put my hands behind my back.
No, hey, you do exactly what I say when I say. No, you're past that, man.
I said I will.
Yeah, your other hand, you're putting the small of your back.
I can't breathe, my
Your
friend.
other hand, put it in the small of your back.
This.
I'll take care of it. Put it in the small of your back and do it now.
Pass out.
I'm gonna help you.
Okay. Okay. Okay, ready? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
The situation reaches its climax when the male officer instructs the victim to place his hands behind his back. The officer's negligence is palpable as, despite the emergency, they delay calling paramedics. Officer Mendoza's exposure of the young man's genitals adds an unnecessary level of humiliation.
Early 20s, black male, complaining of not being able to breathe. On your side, on your side.
Who just rubbed my neck?
Yep, I see that.
Who's on my neck?
I see that.
We're on the west of the Walmart. West side of Walmart.
Will you please put the away?
Right next to... Yeah, I got
You
you.
with the breathing issue
I
right
appreciate
now.
Right next to
There you
her
go, good. My
vehicle.
partner got it.
Thank you.
We have 2 covered cars rolling up. 97, everyone else, slow down.
Don't piss over. Chill the out.
We have a female. Other units coming in. Check for a female. Her description of the call.
When the reality of the incident goes viral, Officer Mendoza is placed on administrative leave after 7 years of service. This case exposes the entrenched corruption in the Vancouver Police Department and highlights the urgent need for reform. We continue with a case that couldn't have a better title than Abuse of a Disabled Man in Albuquerque, 2022. The second chapter reveals the brutality of Kenneth Skins and 2 other officers from the Albuquerque Police Department. Caught on camera mistreating a 53-year-old disabled man falsely accused of theft, the officers exhibit a complete lack of empathy. The dialogue is shocking, showcasing the agent's indifference to the man's health. The decision to cut his belongings without any consideration reflects blatant abuse of authority.
I was just getting my money out. I just was getting my money out. Can I please
Grab the money for you. Okay?
Can I please, I got all the
We're
money.
leaving, okay? Walk down, okay? You're going to be identified.
I'm calling 911.
That's okay. Come back and walk down, okay?
I'm calling 911. I was just getting me money out. Not giving you any idea.
Identify yourself under arrest, okay? This is going to be.
You're not police.
Yes, we are.
I put it on your security.
Don't try to hear any of this, okay?
I ain't
What's your
hitting
name, man?
anyone.
Sit down.
You're talking to me.
Alright, you got an ID on you, man?
Not giving you any idea.
If you don't identify yourself, you're under arrest, okay? Which is it going to be?
You're not police.
Yes, we are. We're out here.
No, you're not. You're security.
So what's your name, man?
None of your business.
Alright, then you're under arrest. Go ahead, put your hands behind your back. Refusing to identify yourself, correct?
I was just paying. I was just having my stuff locked in my fanny pack, and the security guards came, and I didn't take more time than anyone.
Give us your name. That's what was the reason? They didn't want you there, and they have that right as the business not to want you there anymore. Okay? So what you need to do, we're going to help you stand up. We're going to put you in that patrol unit over there, okay? Sound good?
No, it don't sound good.
Well, that's what's going to happen.
Hey, don't.
See, I already hung the phone.
I didn't do nothing.
Red, I didn't know they're police officers.
You became very resistant in the store and out
No,
here.
I didn't care. When you
The case results in a lawsuit where the officers are questioned for their actions. Kenneth Skins faces charges of abusive conduct and violation of the Americans with Disabilities Act. Now, Officer Michael McMaster steps forward. In the third episode, the story of Tyler Canaris is exposed, a victim of extreme torture inflicted by Officer Michael McMaster. Details are scarce, but the mention of an extreme amount of torture hints at an act of inhumane violence. Tyler was on his way to work at 6 in the morning when he was stopped after the officer thought he matched the description of a suspected thief. Obviously, Tyler had no idea what was happening, and guess what? The officer refuses to explain the situation, claiming he matches the description of a thief in the area. Meanwhile, the poor man tries to explain that he is not the person they are looking for and that the officer is just abusing his power. Once again, he tries to explain his situation, but the officer responds with a brutal body lock. Canaris, injured, informs the officer about his condition while he continues searching his belongings. The officers seem to carry on with their work while Tyler screams in pain. Soon, they realize Canaris is innocent as none of the items in his car were reported stolen. Tyler had to be urgently taken to the hospital where he spent 9 days recovering from a concussion and a skull fracture. Fortunately, when the video went viral, McMaster was immediately fired due to this incident and other policy violations. Imagine just doing your job when a corrupt officer comes to punish you for it. Sickening. Although for Nurse Wubbles, this turned out to be a rather ugly reality. On July 26, 2017, an incident at the University of Utah Hospital brought national attention to the illegal arrest of Nurse Alex Wubbles by Jeff P. from the Salt Lake City Police Department. Upon arriving at the hospital, SLCPD officers made a request to draw blood from an unconscious patient involved in an accident. Nurse Wubbles, on duty, informed Payne that the police demand did not meet the necessary legal criteria.
Okay, this is something that you guys agreed to with this hospital. The 3 things that allow us to do that are if you have an electronic warrant, patient consent, or patient under arrest, and neither of those things, the patient can't consent. He's told me repeatedly that he doesn't have a warrant, and the patient is not under arrest. So I'm just trying to do what I'm supposed to do. That's all.
He repeatedly told me he didn't have a warrant and the patient wasn't under arrest, so I'm just trying to do what I'm supposed to do, and placed Officer Payne on unpaid leave. Of course, Nurse Wubbles came forward to speak about her terrifying experience, scared to death, was obviously frightened, and I think since has happened, officers. At the end of the day, she asserted that she was just doing her job. Indeed, an apology was not enough for her. Currently, her mission is to re-educate.